Do they still care about me? Did they ever care about me? Do they still have feelings for me? That's what we're looking at today. How are they feeling? Do they think of you? Do they miss you? All of the things. Welcome back to Hope Tarot Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. This tarot reading is between you, the universe, and your intuition. It's completely up to you if you claim it or not. It's a timeless reading, so it's relevant from the moment you come into contact with it, and I firmly believe there's been a reason that you've been brought here today. If you're a daily watcher, the more you watch, the more messages you will receive. If you're new here, there's a reason you've been brought here today. There's either a message within this reading for you or somewhere else on my channel. So let's have a look. Do they still care? Do they still have feelings for you? Did they ever have feelings for you? I'm going to start with a 9-card oracle card spread. That's a bit of a mouthful, but that's where we're going to start. I'm going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons, most importantly 4 angels, offering us a circle of protection so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Let's have a look. I'm going to lay it out. I've got Hope Tarot Daily. If you don't know, I have a tattoo on my wrist of hope. That's kind of the reason why this channel is called Hope Tarot Daily, is because when I put myself through university in my 30s, I'd done a body of work. It was an art degree that I'd done a body of work. My final major piece was what is hope? What is it? Because my other bodies of work was all about depression and stress and life and being overwhelmed. And then my final body of work was, what is it that actually keeps me going? What is hope? So hope is a very important word to me, and hopefully to you too. Hopefully, hope. So, balance. Do they still care about you? Did they care about you? Yeah, they did. Financial material changes may have caused a lot of stress within this connection. Got victory and success, the universe. They think about you a lot. Spiritual union. Even if you two never get back together, the bond here is never going to really be broken. We've got fertility. It's time for you to move into a period of growth. Mental conflict. Yeah. And disruption. So, what it feels like is there's a reason that you both broke up. There's a reason that this happened. It doesn't take away the fact that you both loved each other. You both had a really nice connection. The both of you had some really good times together. It feels like towards the end it got really stressy, like, you know, before breakups happen. And it feels like, I say this quite a lot, sometimes we walk away from a relationship thinking, oh goodness, if only that could have worked. You still want to hope that they're going to have a nice life, and you don't wish them any harm, or you just have to like pull your life back together again. And it's a disappointment that we have to leave that person. Other times we leave a connection and it's absolute trauma. We don't ever want to date again. We don't ever want to see them again. We want our friends to forget that it ever happened. And as time goes by, we start healing. We kind of look back at it and think, what was I thinking? Why was I doing that? No, this feels like this connection was the first one of, it's disappointing that it didn't work out. There may have been money problems pop up. There may have just been outside stress. There may have been one person dealing with conflicting thoughts and stuff. It feels like one person felt that they were holding the other one back. There may have been fertility problems, or like a disagreement of what kind of family do you want, or pets, or gardens, or a business, or something that grows. And what I'm seeing is like, oh, that's a shame. It's a real shame. But there's a reason that you broke up. And there'll be a point in your life where you look back and think, oh my goodness, if we hadn't have broken up, I wouldn't have been put on this path with this other person, and I wouldn't have all of these things. So in the long run, you'll see why. Right now, you probably still don't. This person very much cares about you. You both care about each other a lot. It's just the connection had evolved. It's almost like two people outgrowing each other, I guess. I'm a firm believer in, some people, they will meet their significant other early on in life and be with them forever. And then I'm more of a believer of, at different stages in our life, we have different people around us. So when we come into this lifetime, I think the universe already knows kind of how many important relationships we're going to have. And what time we need to spend on our own, what time we get to spend with different people. And you can have more than one soulmate, I feel, as well. And it feels like this person you were meant to be connected with this person for this portion of time. And that has come to an end. And sadly, you're parting ways. It doesn't make either of you bad. It doesn't make either of it, it's just, I'm just feeling this overwhelming, like, oh, that's a shame. But then an excitement of, well, what have you got to come? There's something better coming. And if there's something better than a decent relationship, because it feels like this was a decent relationship. If this was your reading, it feels like it was a decent relationship. Two people outgrew each other. So then if what's coming in your future is even better than that, wow, yeah. So, waffle. Sometimes I just pick it all up, So, I'm going to do clarifying. But overall, they still care about you. You still care about them. It's just a sad situation. So, I'm going to do clarifying on all of the cards as we go through. Going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons. Most importantly, for angels. We have the 8 of Wands reversed. And we've got the 3 of Swords reversed. Okay, so in this situation, because you both do like each other, it makes it more painful, doesn't it? It's very hard to be friends, maintain a friendship with someone who you're both trying to build new lives separate. I don't think there can be a long-term friendship here. Maybe at one day in the future, you can get to the point where you can communicate and wish each other well without the energy and the pain and the upset of the breakup, and because it's still fresh and new. With the 3 of Swords reversed there, for the both of you, it's still fresh and new. So communication is going to keep opening up those wounds. Now, you've got to hope for a better future, and you've got to do what's right for you. If they haven't been wanting to communicate, it's because they're trying to preserve themselves so that they can move forward and it doesn't get confusing, especially in a breakup like this. It can be a little bit of I can't think of the word, where you come together and break up and come together and break up, and a bit wishy-washy, not a clear break. And that doesn't do anyone any favours, because it just extends the confusion and the upset. If you want to support my channel for free, it doesn't cost you anything. Put a like on a reading. It helps put the channel in front of someone that's never seen it before. Subscribe, turn your notifications on, and put something in the comments for a little bit of engagement, because it tells YouTube there's something nice going on over here. So if you request to pull a card in the comments, I'll have a little shuffle and I'll tell you what card I got. May make sense, may not. If you want to do it yourself, if you visit my website, I've got a pull a card page and it will automatically generate a card for you. So that's the YouTube. Things out of the way. I'm getting better at it, I think. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I just wouldn't promote myself at all. I just feel this sadness. I don't want either of you to mess each other up. I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, There's no future here together. So give each other the time and space that you both need to get your feet back on the ground and move in the directions that you're meant to be going in. Neither of you are bad people. Neither of you have stopped caring about each other. It's almost like you love each other a little bit too much in a way of you don't want anything bad to happen to them. They don't want anything bad to happen to you. It's just sad that this didn't work out. On a balance card, we have the King of Wands, self-made, and the Justice card reversed, which is that disappointment of, it's a real shame it didn't work out. I think that both of you feel that, you know, like, oh, if only things had been different. But then there will be a point in time where you look back and think, okay, that's why that happened, because everything does happen for a reason. So the King of Wands is self-made in life. And getting the inspiration, but also fiery and passionate. I can understand, you know, I think when things were working with the both of you, it was really good, really, really good. You balanced out each other quite well. And I think it was a very important relationship in your life. There'll be a point in your life when you look back and you think that was an important relationship to me, that really meant a lot to me. And that was through this period of my life. And I shared that with them, and no one's ever going to take that away. And no one's ever going to delete like how important that was. Just because it's ended the way that it has doesn't take it all away. The material and financial changes, the Knight of Swords reversed and the Hanged Man reversed. As I said, it feels like finance played a part in a breakup. Someone made a mistake with money or got frustrated with money. The Knight of Swords reversed is rushing into something, making a massive mistake, and kind of having to make a sacrifice to move forward. I don't know if they made an investment in the wrong thing or lost a job or done something. It feels like it comes from them. They made a mistake on something anyway to do with money, which is going to take them a while to correct. Yeah. So on victory and success, the Seven of Pentacles and a Page of Wands reversed. If this person's refusing to contact you at the moment, it's because they're having to be in that selfish mindset if they have to do what is right for them so they can build their life back up again. It doesn't mean they don't care. It means they care too much. They can't keep opening up the wound because it hurts so much. And it leaves you both in a state of confusion. The Seven of Pentacles, there's roots within this connection, and sometimes we don't have to harvest all of the seeds that we plant. There were seeds and plans here that you both had that you were really hoping that one day they would happen. You can still make those things happen, but it feels like it's going to be with somebody else, someone who's better suited, someone that's maybe a little bit better with money, possibly, or a little bit more well off. And it's not all about money, but it's, you know, money can cause a lot of stress. It will be the thing that keeps people awake at night. Lack of money brings shame, guilt, low self-esteem, feeling silly. You know, it brings a lot of problems and will keep people awake. On the Universe card, we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. And the Seven of Swords, they often think about reaching out to you. I know that they don't want to, I know that like they seem like they don't want to communicate with you. They're trying to do what's best. If you think that this breakup's been easy for them, it hasn't. It's just this relationship run its course. And this is what happens sometimes. They still care about you so much. It's almost like they sometimes check up that you're doing okay, you know. And the universe is doing weird things because the universe does. And they're trying to get their feet back on the ground. They're trying to correct the mistakes that they made. And you know what they are. Yeah. So on a spiritual union, we've got the Nine of Wands reversed. And we've got the Sun. If things had been different, you know, this overall, the time that you spent together, it was a really good relationship. It's a shame that it hasn't worked out. I don't think it was ever meant to be a lifelong connection. I do think they were a bit of a soulmate for you, but do think that we have several soulmates within a lifetime, and I believe very much in past lives, future lives, and everything like that. And I feel we come into contact with different people for different things. But the sun was the happiness that you had, that sense of growing and that sense of they're a part of your story and you're part of theirs as well. It does feel like the universe is trying to put a brick wall in between you both to cut the ties between you both so that the both of you can do what's best. I feel like I'm just repeating myself now, which sometimes happens in readings. And when that starts happening, it means that is what the message is here. You both love each other dearly, but the universe is trying to put you both on different paths. And at some point, you'll know why. On the fertility card, we have the Chariot reversed. And then we have the Fool, which is a fresh start, a moment of liberation, being set free. But it's I don't know if this reading's going to give you an element of, do you know what, they did love me. Our relationship was very real. It was just a point in time of my life, and I've grown out of that now, and I want something different now. And we've just started moving in different directions. And hopefully it will show you the choices that you have moving forward, and hopefully it will help you understand why they can't communicate with you, or why the universe is trying to stop the communication, because why mess each other up when it has been such a nice relationship? Why put each other through the trauma of trying to maintain contact when all it's going to do is cause a lot of problems and ruin the good times? So on a mental conflict, we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. When they think about you, they can't really focus on anything else. And then we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. They're really trying to correct the mistakes that they made for themselves financially. They've got a little bit of a lesson here for them. I think it's going to take them longer to get on their feet than what it takes you. On the disruption, we have the Eight of Cups reversed. And we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Don't be tempted to fall back into bed with each other. Just don't do it. You know, because it feels like it just opens up and causes problems and stops you from moving forward. My advice would be try to stay as disconnected from this as much as possible until you get to the point and you can let go of the pain and you've accepted that you're moving forward and moving on, and then you can look back at it and think, you know what, that was really lovely, that was so nice. Don't mess each other up, don't ruin all of that, you know, because it does feel like there's a little bit of a temptation here of, yeah, should we just have sex again, or should we just talk again, open it all back up again, and then have to disconnect again? Don't do it. Maybe that's the message that's here. Respect each other's space of moving on. It's sad, isn't it? But that's life, I guess. That's human relationships. Sometimes people just grow out of each other. There's going to be things coming in your life that's even better than this relationship's been, which is amazing. Hold on to the hope of that. So, yeah, I think that's what I have for you. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so that your angels can take you on your way. If you've made it to this point, you are now part of the secret Purple Heart gang. Hardly any of you make it right to the end of the reading. Today's affirmation is, I am moving forward. I am moving forward. If you put that in the comments, I will know that you've made it to this point. If you're a daily watcher, let me know if you received a message within this reading today. Maybe the whole reading, maybe part of the reading. Yeah. So I don't really have much to say. I feel just like, it just feels like this reading's for a very nice couple that have a lot of regard for one another, and I don't really feel like sitting here chit-chatting. It's like a moment of silence of, okay, well, hopefully they're both going to find what their next stage of their life and their next important relationship, or the next chapter of their life that's waiting for them. So I'm going to wrap everyone in a massive bubble of protection, and I will see you tomorrow.